Captain Wilco gone but not forgotten. Bad Batch Season 2 debuted in a magnificent way, I thought. At least how it's set up, it was practically a continuation of Season 1, where it showed the depreciation of everything the Republic stood for. The moment Palpatine replaced the Republic, who was already corrupt and degraded in a way, the Empire now is showing corruption in its entirety. It's showing the ugliness of that side in a more obvious manner. You see, back in the day, the delegates, the senators, everybody had to do their own part, but at least they had to sneak around. This is what the Clone Wars, especially the Padme arcs when she is trying to save a world or two, that's where we see the real corruption, the funding, the money. However, the problem with this, what happened to Captain Wilco yesterday in episode 2, is definitely a sign that things have changed. Why Captain Wilco's death is so important is that not only for the audience to understand how terrible things have gotten, where admirals are openly asking for clone captains to falsify reports, this will also cascade into a bigger issue with the clones, since if you remember, in the trailer we hear Commander Cody actually tell Crosshair that many other clones have started to question the order. Naturally, he might be speaking of Order 66, but he might be speaking of other orders too. The main one being, of course, Captain Wilco. The order that was vehemently denied by Captain Wilco was to falsify the report that the Bad Batch, or Clone Force 99, were the ones who were trying to loot the war chest of Count Dooku. If that report were to be officially handed out, then Governor Tarkin would realize that Admiral Rampart has subsequently lied about the death of the Bad Batch. He had reported that the Bad Batch had died on Kamino when they destroyed Topeka City in Season 1. That seems not to be the case, as this is a shocking revelation now to Rampart that this was actually not true and somehow they survived. But in no way will he let that go up. You see, there are two things that I wanted to address in this video, and the Bad Batch made it perfectly clear, slowly but surely. It wasn't one of those banger premieres, but it was just like Andor, a slow burn, a one that you can go and rewatch and understand more of the subsurface, what things are brewing, what is going to come next. Let's start with, of course, the clones. The clones executed Order 66, and after that, even if you play Jedi Fallen Order, if you watch Clone Wars Season 7, if you watch the Bad Batch Season 1, Order 66 is constantly portrayed as clones being clones, helping the Jedi along the way to win the Clone Wars. All of a sudden, they turn evil and they start killing the Jedi. Except for the Bad Batch, who weren't affected, all the others essentially went haywire. Revenge of the Sith does not paint Commander Cody in a very fond manner. The only reason we love Commander Cody is because of the Clone Wars animated show. Other than that, Commander Cody was a prick in Revenge of the Sith. He was brothers in arms together with Obi-Wan in Utapau, and just in a turn of a phrase, execute Order 66, he and his battalion start shooting and hunting Obi-Wan Kenobi. But now with the Bad Batch, Dave Filoni has made it abundantly clear that it isn't so black and white. There is definitely a reason why Captain Wilco refused that order, because he still has integrity, and because he was raised in a republic where it was taught that you had to do the right thing. For the clones, they had to insert this inhibitor chip in order to skew their perception so much as if to paint the Jedi as traitors when and if Order 66 was to be executed, and unfortunately it was. Other than that, the clones have a high level of integrity. You can see that with Captain Rex, you can see that now with Captain Wilco. If you remember Captain Hauser back in Season 1 on Ryloth, he was a very much beloved character, a very similar character to Captain Wilco. We got a short time with him too, but you definitely feel that even though post Order 66, these clones are not the evildoers that they were painted back in the day. Now you understand that these guys still have their morals, their ethic code, and their integrity. So he won't falsify a report because he was, as I said, raised in a republic where you didn't do that. You simply didn't do that, and your superior would never ask that of you. If he did, then you were to report. So already the seed of doubt inside the clones' mind have been planted. This empire is not the same as we were serving the Republic, its morals are very much not there, and do we even want to serve this empire? This is, I think, the ultimate goal this is, I think, the ultimate reason why Palpatine eventually wiped the clones out completely, because they still had that Republic mindset, and it just couldn't fly in this new empire. So Captain Wilco is killed, and this leads me to reason number 2 why it's very important, why the death of Captain Wilco is very important. You see, sooner or later, I believe that clones will start to understand what happened to Captain Wilco and the reason why. Once this starts to spread, this is when I think complete chaos is incoming. Who knows what's going to happen in the finale and how things will turn out. I think personally that the clones will start a complete riot, and it will be a full-out civil war between the stormtroopers, the actual civil recruited stormtroopers, against the clones. And by watching the original trilogy, we kind of know what's going to happen there, who's going to get wiped out, but I don't think the clones will go down without a fight. And it might be that Captain Wilco could be the spark plug that just, you know, ignites everything, the fire that ignites everything, as per Poe Dameron. I mean, somewhere, something has to start the revolution, and why not this case? This is the perfect case. The Bad Batch are already rebelling against this empire. We've literally seen Cody be on the fence now, and Crosshair is not that far off either. We constantly see him as a villain, but we know that there is still good in him, similar to Vader. At some point, we anticipate that Crosshair will turn eventually, and I don't think the Bad Batch or anybody else will kill Admiral Rampart. I think that it will be Crosshair himself who shoots him, kills him for the betrayal of, just as a frustration for everything that the Empire turned out to be. I talked about it yesterday, but this is an expectance when you literally tell everybody in your midst, in your hierarchy, that competition is the way to go up the ladder. The problem with the Empire is why it bred so much corruption is specifically this, precisely the reason why Rampart killed Captain Wilco. The problem that if my subordinate or if my superior finds out, then I will be in trouble. So everybody hides from everybody lies to everybody, and the truth is eventually never found out. This is the reason why in the end things go haywire. Rogue One kind of retconned all that, but you can imagine that there is a reason why the Death Star had such a glaring error and why they could just blow it up. It's because everybody was overconfident and arrogant, and if Andor did not show that, I don't know what will, because Andor literally tackled this as well. Rampart is a product of the Empire. Same as in Andor, everybody wanted bigger positions because it had bigger pay, it had better benefits, so everybody just wants to be in a better position, in a better hierarchical spot, so that they could dominate over another. All in all, a great 2 episodes from The Bad Batch. The premiere was awesome, and I just wanted to tackle the death of Captain Wilco while he gave The Bad Batch the biggest challenge yet, I think, and they almost got killed because of Captain Wilco and how smart and tactful he was. He still didn't go out as a complete villain. He went out as kind of a hero for standing up for what he believes in, and he didn't believe in corruption and falsifying reports. Fortunately, his superior Rampart did, and he got blessed. What did you guys think of Captain Wilco's death? Talk to me down below in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a thumbs up down below, subscribe for dailies. Now you have an awesome day, Star Wars fans. I'll see you in the next video, and may the Force be with you. Until then.